Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today I have a very special and motivational story to share with you. It's called Time Story, so sit back, relax, and let's dive into this inspiring tale. Every day, Alex would work tirelessly in his small workshop, crafting beautiful wooden furniture. He loved his work, but he constantly felt overwhelmed by the many tasks he had to juggle. One evening, as the sun began to set, Alex sat down and sighed deeply. Why does it feel like there's never enough time? He wondered aloud. Just then, an old man appeared. He had a kind face, wise eyes, and an aura of calmness around him. "Good evening, young man. You seem troubled. May I sit with you?" "Of course, sir. I'm just frustrated. I have so much to do, but it feels like time slips away too quickly." "Ah, I see. Let me share a story with you. It's a story about time and how we use it. The old man began his story. Many years ago, in this very village, there was a clockmaker named Benjamin. Benjamin was known for making the most exquisite clocks in the land. His clocks were not only beautiful but also incredibly precise. Despite his talent, Benjamin often found himself feeling like Alex, overwhelmed and pressed for time. One day he decided to create a special clock. This clock would not only tell time but also teach a valuable lesson. After weeks of hard work, Benjamin finally completed his masterpiece. The clock had a unique feature. It would chime not only on the hour but also at the halfway point of every hour. When the clock struck, it would say, "Time is a gift. Use it wisely." Benjamin placed the clock in the center of the village, and soon everyone could hear its gentle reminder. At first, the villagers were curious. They would stop and listen, pondering the meaning of the words. Gradually, they began to appreciate the message. The villagers started to prioritize their tasks, focusing on what truly mattered. They spent more time with their families, pursued their passions, and helped one another. The village flourished, and Benjamin's clock became a symbol of their newfound wisdom. Benjamin's clock taught the villagers that time is indeed a precious gift. It's not about having more hours in the day, but about making the most of the time we have. Prioritize your tasks, focus on what truly matters, and remember to take moments to rest and reflect. Thank you, sir. Your story has given me a new perspective. I will strive to use my time wisely and not let it slip away. You're welcome, Alex. Remember, every moment counts. Cherish each one and make it meaningful. From that day forward, Alex approached his work and life with a new mindset. He learned to prioritize, balance his tasks, and appreciate the present moment. As a result, he became more productive and fulfilled. And so Alex's life changed for the better, all thanks to a simple yet profound story about time. Remember, dear viewers, time is a gift. Use it wisely, and you'll find that you can achieve great things. The power of perseverance, a motivational story. In a small town nestled in the valley of majestic mountains, there lived a young girl named Emma. Emma was known for her cheerful spirit and bright smile. She had a dream that was bigger than the mountains that surrounded her town. Emma wanted to become a successful artist and share her paintings with the world. Every day after school, Emma would spend hours in her small room, painting and sketching. Her walls were covered with her artworks, each piece telling a story of its own. Despite her passion and talent, Emma faced many challenges. Her family was not wealthy, and buying art supplies was a constant struggle. One evening, as Emma's family sat around the dinner table, her father spoke up with concern. "Emma, I know how much you love painting, but we need to be realistic. We can't afford to spend money on art supplies when we have other necessities to worry about." "I understand, Dad. I'll try to make do with what I have. I won't give up on my dream." Emma's heart sank. but her resolve grew stronger. She knew she had to find a way to pursue her passion without burdening her family. Determined, Emma began to collect discarded items around her town: old newspapers, broken crayons, bits of fabric, anything she could use to create her art. She learned to see beauty in the simplest of things and turned them into masterpieces. One day, the town announced a local fair and art competition. Emma saw this as a golden opportunity. She entered the competition, showcasing her artwork made from recycled materials. The townspeople were amazed by her creativity and resourcefulness. Emma, your work is truly unique. You have shown us that art can be created from anything, and beauty can be found everywhere. Emma won first prize and received a small scholarship. This recognition boosted her confidence and opened new doors for her. With her prize money, Emma bought new art supplies and continued to work tirelessly. She balanced her schoolwork, part-time jobs, and her passion for art. There were days when she felt exhausted and discouraged, but she never lost sight of her dream. Years passed, and Emma's dedication paid off. She applied to several prestigious art schools, pouring her heart into her portfolio. Rejection letters came, one after another, but Emma refused to give up. She used each rejection as a lesson, improving her skills and refining her work. Finally, the day came when she received an acceptance letter from one of the top art schools in the country. Emma's joy knew no bounds. She had persevered through countless challenges, proving that hard work and determination could turn dreams into reality. Emma graduated with honors and held her first solo art exhibition. Her work was celebrated by critics and art lovers alike. People from all over came to see her creations, inspired by her story of perseverance. Thank you all for being here. My journey was not easy, but I hope my story reminds you that no matter how tough things get, never give up on your dreams. With perseverance and passion, anything is possible. Emma's story is a testament to the power of perseverance. She taught us that even in the face of adversity, we can find a way to achieve our dreams. So, dear viewers, remember to stay determined, work hard, and believe in yourself. You never know what amazing things you can accomplish. Story.A Motivational Story. Once upon a time, in a small, serene village, there lived a young man named Alex. Alex was a hard-working and ambitious individual, but he often found himself struggling to manage his time. He had big dreams, but it seemed like there were never enough hours in the day to accomplish everything he wanted. Every day, Alex would work tirelessly in his small workshop, crafting beautiful wooden furniture. He loved his work, but he constantly felt overwhelmed by the many tasks he had to juggle. One evening, as the sun began to set, Alex sat down and sighed deeply. Why does it feel like there's never enough time? He wondered aloud. Just then, an old man appeared. He had a kind face, wise eyes, and an aura of calmness around him. Good evening, young man. You seem troubled. May I sit with you? Of course, sir. I'm just frustrated. I have so much to do, but it feels like time slips away too quickly. I see. Let me share a story with you. It's a story about time and how we use it. The old man began his story. Many years ago, in this very village, there was a clockmaker named Benjamin. Benjamin was known for making the most exquisite clocks in the land. His clocks were not only beautiful but also incredibly precise. Despite his talent, Benjamin often found himself feeling like Alex, overwhelmed and pressed for time. One day, he decided to create a special clock. This clock would not only tell time but also teach a valuable lesson. After weeks of hard work, Benjamin finally completed his masterpiece. The clock had a unique feature. It would chime not only on the hour but also at the halfway point of every hour. When the clock struck, it would say, "Time is a gift. Use it wisely." Benjamin placed the clock in the center of the village, and soon everyone could hear its gentle reminder. At first, the villagers were curious. They would stop and listen, pondering the meaning of the words. Gradually, they began to appreciate the message. The villagers started to prioritize their tasks, focusing on what truly mattered. They spent more time with their families, pursued their passions, and helped one another. The village flourished, and Benjamin's clock became a symbol of their newfound wisdom. Benjamin's clock taught the villagers that time is indeed a precious gift. It's not about having more hours in the day, but about making the most of the time we have. Prioritize your tasks, focus on what truly matters, and remember to take moments to rest and reflect. Thank you, sir. Your story has given me a new perspective. I will strive to use my time wisely and not let it slip away. You're welcome, Alex. Remember, every moment counts. Cherish each one and make it meaningful. From that day forward, Alex approached his work and life with a new mindset. He learned to prioritize, balance his tasks, and appreciate the present moment. As a result, he became more productive and fulfilled. And so, Alex's life changed for the better. All thanks to a simple yet profound story about time. The lesson we learned from this story is that time is a precious gift. It's not about how much time we have, but how we use it. Here are a few ways we can apply this lesson to our lives. The value of time, understanding its importance. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village nestled among lush green fields, lived a young woman named Sophia. Sophia was known for her kindness and her dream to make a significant impact on the world. However, like many of us, she often felt that time was slipping through her fingers, and she struggled to balance her dreams with her daily responsibilities. One afternoon, as Sophia tended to her garden, she found herself deep in thought. Why does it feel like there's never enough time to do everything I want? She pondered aloud. Just then, an elderly man named Thomas, known in the village for his wisdom, walked by and overheard her. Good day, Sophia. You seem lost in your thoughts. May I join you? Of course, Mr. Thomas. I was just thinking about how time seems to fly by, and I can never catch up. Time. It's the most precious resource we have, yet it's often taken for granted. Let me share a story with you about the true value of time. Thomas began his story. Many years ago, when Thomas was a young man, he too struggled with understanding the value of time. He was ambitious, constantly busy, and always chasing after his next goal. But one day, something happened that changed his perspective forever. Thomas was working late into the night, as usual, when his father, a wise and gentle man, came into his study. Thomas, why do you work so late every night? You never seem to have time for your family or even for yourself. I'm just trying to secure a better future for all of us. I have to keep working hard. Let me tell you something, my son. Time is like a river. You cannot touch the same water twice because the flow that has passed will never pass again. Use your time wisely and remember to cherish the present moment. His father's words resonated deeply with Thomas. From that day on, he made a conscious effort to balance his time better. He prioritized spending quality time with his family, pursuing his passions, and still working hard towards his goals. He realized that time is not just about how much we have, but how we choose to spend it. Inspired by Thomas's wisdom, Sophia began to make changes in her life. She wrote down her goals and organized her schedule, making sure to balance her responsibilities with her passions. She started to see time not as an enemy slipping away, but as a precious gift to be used wisely. As she learned to value her time, Sophia found herself more fulfilled and content. She spent quality time with her loved ones, pursued her passion for painting, and still managed to achieve her professional goals. She realized that understanding the value of time had transformed her life for the better. Sophia's story teaches us that time is indeed our most precious resource. It's not about how much time we have, but how we use it that truly matters. So, dear viewers, let's take a moment to appreciate the time we have and make the most of every second. Overcoming procrastination, taking control of your time. In a bustling city, there lived a young man named James. James was full of dreams and aspirations, but he had one major problem: he was a master procrastinator. Every day he would find himself putting off important tasks, only to regret it later. James often found himself distracted by social media, video games, and other unimportant activities. His to-do list kept growing, and his dreams seemed to be slipping further away. One evening, as he was about to play yet another game, his phone buzzed with a message from his friend, Emily. James felt a pang of guilt. Emily was always so productive, and he couldn't help but wonder how she managed to get things done. Determined to change, James decided to meet with Emily to ask for advice. "Emily, I need your help. I keep procrastinating, and it's affecting my work and my dreams." "How do you stay so productive, James? I used to struggle with procrastination too, but then I learned a few strategies that changed everything." "Let me share them with you." Emily's eyes sparkled with enthusiasm as she began to explain her methods. "First, I realized that procrastination is often about avoiding discomfort. So I started breaking my tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This made everything less overwhelming." Emily opened her notebook, revealing a detailed to-do list with tasks broken down into tiny steps. James was intrigued. "That makes sense. What else?" "Second, I use a timer. It's called the Pomodoro technique. I work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It keeps me focused and makes work feel more manageable." James decided to try the Pomodoro technique. He set a timer for 25 minutes and started working on his project. To his surprise, he found himself more focused and productive. "Lastly, I reward myself. After completing a task, I give myself a little treat, like a piece of chocolate or a short walk. It keeps me motivated." James followed Emily's advice. He broke his tasks into smaller steps, used a timer, and rewarded himself after completing each task. Gradually, he found himself overcoming procrastination and taking control of his time. As weeks passed, James noticed a significant change in his life. He was more productive, his to-do list was shrinking, and he was finally making progress towards his dreams. He realized that overcoming procrastination wasn't about having more willpower, but about using the right strategies. Thank you, Emily. Your advice has changed my life. I feel like I'm finally in control of my time. I'm glad to hear that, James. Remember, it's all about taking small steps and staying consistent. You've got this. By applying these strategies, you can overcome procrastination and start making real progress towards your goals. Remember, it's all about taking control of your time and making every moment count. Time management for success tips and techniques. In a bustling city, there lived a young woman named Lisa. Lisa was ambitious, talented, and full of dreams. However, she often felt overwhelmed by her busy schedule and endless to-do lists. She knew that to achieve her dreams, she needed to master the art of time management. One evening, as Lisa struggled to meet yet another deadline, she realized she needed help. She decided to visit her mentor, Mr. Stevens, a successful entrepreneur known for his impeccable time management skills. "Mr. Stevens, I need your help. I have so much to do, but it feels like there's never enough time. How do you manage to stay on top of everything?" Lisa, time management is the key to success. Let me share some tips and techniques that have helped me over the years. Mr. Stevens began to explain his methods. First, prioritize your tasks. Not all tasks are equally important. Use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize your tasks into 4 categories. Urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. The Eisenhower matrix helps you focus on what truly matters. By prioritizing tasks, you can allocate your time and energy more effectively. That makes sense. What else can I do? Second, plan your day the night before. Take a few minutes each evening to plan your tasks for the next day. This will help you start your day with a clear focus and a sense of direction. Lisa started to plan her days the night before, creating a to-do list that outlined her priorities and tasks. Planning ahead really helps. What's the next tip? Third, use time blocking. Dedicate specific blocks of time for different activities. This helps you stay focused on one task at a time and reduces distractions. Lisa began to use time blocking, setting aside dedicated time for work, exercise, and personal activities. She found that this technique made her more productive and less stressed. Time blocking is a game changer. Any other tips? Yes. Fourth, eliminate distractions. Identify what distracts you the most and find ways to minimize or remove those distractions. Turn off notifications, create a designated workspace, and set boundaries with others. Lisa took steps to eliminate distractions by turning off notifications and creating a tidy, designated workspace. She noticed a significant improvement in her ability to focus and complete tasks efficiently. These tips are really helpful, Mr. Stevens. Is there anything else I should know? Lastly, take breaks and practice self-care. Working non-stop can lead to burnout. Schedule regular breaks to rest and recharge. This will help you maintain your productivity and well-being in the long run. Lisa began to incorporate regular breaks into her schedule. She took short walks, enjoyed relaxing moments, and practiced self-care. As a result, she felt more energized and motivated. With these new techniques, Lisa transformed her approach to time management. She prioritized her tasks, planned ahead, used time blocking, eliminated distractions, and took regular breaks. Her productivity soared, and she started to achieve her goals with greater ease. Thank you, Mr. Stevens. Your advice has truly changed my life. I feel more in control of my time and more confident in my ability to succeed. I'm glad to hear that, Lisa. Remember, time management is an ongoing practice. Keep refining your techniques and stay committed to making the most of your time. By applying these tips, you can take control of your time and move closer to achieving your dreams. Remember, effective time management is the foundation of success. Balancing work and life, making time for what matters. There lived a man named Mark. Mark was a dedicated professional, always striving to excel at his job. However, his relentless focus on work often left him feeling exhausted and disconnected from his personal life. Mark frequently found himself working late into the night, missing family dinners and social events. His work-life balance was non-existent, and he knew he needed to make a change. Sarah, I feel like I'm drowning in work. I never have time for myself or my family. How do you manage to balance everything so well? It's not always easy, Mark, but I've learned a few techniques that have helped me. Let me share them with you. Sarah began to share her insights on balancing work and life. First, set clear boundaries. When you're at work, focus on work. When you're at home, focus on your personal life. Create a schedule that allows you to dedicate time to both. Mark took Sarah's advice and started setting clear boundaries. He created a schedule that allocated time for work, family, and personal activities. Setting boundaries makes sense. What else can I do? Second, prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that recharge you, whether it's exercise, reading, or simply relaxing. Taking care of yourself is crucial for maintaining balance. Mark began to prioritize self-care. He went for runs in the park, enjoyed reading, and made time for relaxation. He noticed that taking care of himself improved his overall well-being and productivity. Self-care really helps. Do you have any other tips? Yes. Third, communicate effectively. Let your employer and colleagues know about your boundaries and the importance of your personal time. Good communication can lead to better understanding and support. Mark decided to have an open conversation with his boss. He explained the importance of work-life balance and how it would help him be more productive and focused during work hours. His boss was supportive and agreed to respect his boundaries. Thanks for understanding. I really appreciate your support. Of course, Mark. A healthy work-life balance is important for everyone. With these changes, Mark started to see a positive shift in his life. He spent quality time with his family, reconnected with friends, and enjoyed his hobbies. He felt happier, more fulfilled, and even more productive at work. Thank you, Sarah. Your advice has made a huge difference in my life. I finally feel like I have balance. I'm glad to hear that, Mark. Remember, it's all about making time for what truly matters. By applying these tips, you can achieve a healthier work-life balance and make time for what truly matters in your life. By applying these tips, you can achieve a healthier work-life balance and make time for what truly matters in your life. A. Setting priorities. Focus on what's important. In a bustling city, there lived a young professional named Jessica. Jessica was known for her hard work and dedication, but she often found herself overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks on her to-do list. She felt like she was constantly spinning her wheels but never making real progress. Jessica realized she needed to find a way to manage her time better and focus on what truly mattered. One evening, as she was staying late at the office again, her mentor, Mr. Harrison, noticed her frustration and decided to offer some advice. Jessica, I see you're working hard, but you look stressed. What's going on? I have so many tasks to complete, but I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. How do I manage everything and still focus on what's important? Mr. Harrison smiled and began to share his wisdom. Jessica, the key to effective time management is setting priorities. Let me share a few techniques that have helped me focus on what's truly important. Mr. Harrison began to explain his methods. First, identify your top priorities. Ask yourself, what tasks will have the most significant impact on your goals and responsibilities? Focus on those first. Jessica took Mr. Harrison's advice and started to list her top priorities, focusing on tasks that aligned with her goals and responsibilities. Second, use the 80/20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identify and focus on the tasks that will yield the most significant results. Jessica applied the 80/20 rule by identifying the tasks that would have the most impact and focusing her efforts on those. The 80/20 rule is a game changer. Do you have any other tips? Yes. Third, learn to delegate. You don't have to do everything yourself. Delegate tasks that others can handle so you can focus on what's most important. Jessica began to delegate tasks to her colleagues, freeing up more time to focus on her top priorities. Delegating tasks makes a big difference. Is there anything else I should know? Lastly, schedule your tasks. Use a planner or digital calendar to allocate specific time slots for your top priorities. This helps you stay organized and ensures that you dedicate time to what's important. Jessica started scheduling her tasks, allocating specific time slots for her top priorities. She found that this helped her stay organized and focused. Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Your advice has really helped me focus on what's important. I'm glad to hear that. Jessica, remember, setting priorities is an ongoing process. Keep evaluating and adjusting your priorities as needed. Daily routines for maximum productivity. A vibrant city. There lived a young woman named Anna. Anna was a dedicated professional with big dreams, but she often felt overwhelmed by her busy schedule. She struggled to find time for everything she wanted to achieve. Every morning, Anna would rush through her routine, feeling stressed and unprepared for the day ahead. She knew she needed to make a change to boost her productivity and make the most of her time. Michael, you always seem so organized and productive. How do you manage your daily routine to get so much done? Anna, it's all about establishing a daily routine that maximizes productivity. Let me share some tips that have worked for me. Michael began to share his insights on creating a productive daily routine. First, start your day early. Waking up early gives you a head start and allows you to plan your day before it gets busy. I usually wake up at 5:30 a.m. Anna decided to give it a try. She set her alarm clock for 5:30 a.m. and began waking up early each day. Waking up early gives me more time to plan my day. What's next? Second, establish a morning routine. A consistent morning routine sets a positive tone for the day. I start with some light exercise, a healthy breakfast, and a bit of reading or meditation. Anna created her own morning routine, incorporating light exercises, a nutritious breakfast, and some reading. She felt more energized and ready to tackle the day. My morning routine makes a huge difference. What other tips do you have? Third, prioritize your tasks. Make a to-do list each morning and identify your top 3 priorities. Focus on completing those first before moving on to other tasks. Anna started making a to-do list each morning, highlighting her top 3 priorities. This helped her stay focused and ensure that she completed her most important tasks. Prioritizing my tasks keeps me on track. Do you have any other advice? Yes. Fourth, take regular breaks. Working non-stop can lead to burnout. I use the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It keeps me focused and refreshed. Anna adopted the Pomodoro technique, working for 25-minute intervals followed by 5-minute breaks. She found that this method improved her focus and productivity. Taking breaks really helps. Anything else I should know? Lastly, reflect on your day. Spend a few minutes each evening reflecting on what you accomplished and planning for the next day. This helps you stay organized and motivated. Anna began to reflect on her day each evening, jotting down her achievements and planning for the next day. This simple practice helped her stay organized and motivated. Thank you, Michael. Your advice has transformed my daily routine and boosted my productivity. I'm glad to hear that, Anna. Remember, consistency is key. Stick to your routine, and you'll continue to see great results. The power of saying no, protecting your time. In a bustling city, there lived a young professional named Emma. Emma was known for her willingness to help others, often taking on extra tasks and projects at work. While she enjoyed being helpful, she frequently felt overwhelmed and stressed. Emma found herself saying yes to every request that came her way, leaving her with little time for her own priorities. She knew she needed to make a change but didn't know where to start. Mr. Thompson, I'm feeling really overwhelmed. I'm constantly saying yes to everyone, and it's affecting my work and personal life. How can I manage this better? Emma, it sounds like you need to learn the power of saying no. Let me share some insights that have helped me protect my time and focus on what truly matters. Mr. Thompson began to share his wisdom on the importance of saying no. First, understand your priorities. Know what's most important to you and what aligns with your goals. When you're clear on your priorities, it's easier to say no to things that don't support them. Emma took Mr. Thompson's advice and started to list her priorities. focusing on what was truly important to her both professionally and personally. Knowing my priorities makes it clearer what I should focus on. What's the next step? Second, practice saying no politely but firmly. You don't have to give a lengthy explanation. A simple "I'm sorry, but I can't take on any more tasks right now" is enough. Emma practiced saying no politely but firmly. She found that most people understood and respected her decision when she explained her need to focus on her priorities. Saying no politely feels empowering. Do you have any other tips? Yes. Third, set boundaries. Let your colleagues and friends know when you're available and when you're not. Setting clear boundaries helps manage expectations and protects your time. Emma began setting clear boundaries, letting her colleagues know her work hours and when she was available for meetings or additional tasks. This helped manage their expectations and protected her personal time. Setting boundaries really helps manage my time better. Is there anything else I should know? Lastly, reflect on your decisions. After you say no, take a moment to reflect on how it impacts your productivity and stress levels. This reflection helps reinforce the importance of protecting your time. Emma started to reflect on her decisions after saying no, noting the positive impact it had on her productivity and stress levels. She felt more in control of her time and more focused on her priorities. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Your advice has really helped me understand the power of saying no and how to protect my time. I'm glad to hear that, Emma. Remember, saying no is not about being unhelpful. It's about ensuring you can give your best to what truly matters. Overcoming distractions, staying focused. In a bustling city, there lived a young professional named David. David was known for his dedication and hard work, but he often struggled to stay focused amidst constant distractions at work. Every day, David faced numerous distractions: emails, phone calls, social media notifications, and interruptions from colleagues. He knew he needed to find a way to stay focused and get his work done efficiently. Sarah, I'm constantly getting distracted at work. It's hard to stay focused and get anything done. How do you manage to stay so productive? David, I used to struggle with distractions too, but I've learned a few techniques that have really helped me stay focused. Let me share them with you. Sarah began to share her insights on overcoming distractions and staying focused. First, create a dedicated workspace. Find a quiet place where you can work without interruptions. If you're in an open office, use noise-canceling headphones or find a conference room where you can work undisturbed. David took Sarah's advice and created a dedicated workspace. He used noise-canceling headphones to block out background noise and found a quiet spot where he could work without interruptions. Creating a dedicated workspace really helps. What's next? Second, set specific goals for each work session. Break your tasks into smaller, manageable chunks and set clear objectives. This helps you stay focused and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you complete each task. David started setting specific goals for each work session, with breaking his tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. This helped him stay focused and motivated as he completed each task. Setting specific goals keeps me on track. Do you have any other tips? Yes. Third, use time management techniques like the Pomodoro technique. Work for a set period, like 25 minutes, and then take a short break. This keeps you focused and prevents burnout. David adopted the Pomodoro technique, working in focused 25-minute intervals followed by short breaks. He found that this method improved his concentration and productivity. The Pomodoro technique is really effective. Anything else I should know? Lastly, minimize digital distractions. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set your phone to do not disturb and close unrelated tabs on your computer. This helps you stay focused on the task at hand. David minimized his digital distractions by turning off unnecessary notifications and setting his phone to do not disturb. He also closed unrelated tabs on his computer. which helped him stay focused on his work. Thank you, Kai. Sarah, your advice has really helped me overcome distractions and stay focused. I'm glad to hear that, David. Remember, staying focused takes practice and discipline. Keep applying these techniques, and you'll continue to see great results. Goal setting and time management, achieving your dreams. In a vibrant city, there lived a young woman named Emily. Emily was a talented artist with big dreams of showcasing her work in a prestigious gallery. However, she often felt overwhelmed by the demands of her day-to-day life and struggled to find time to pursue her passion. Every day, Emily juggled her day job, household responsibilities, and her passion for painting. She knew she needed to set clear goals and manage her time better to achieve her dreams, but she didn't know where to start. Alex, I have so many dreams and aspirations, but I feel like I'm always running out of time. How do you manage to stay on track with your goals? Emily, I used to feel the same way, but then I learned the power of goal setting and effective time management. Let me share some tips that have really helped me. Alex began to share his insights on setting goals and managing time effectively. First, set SMART goals. That means your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This clarity helps you stay focused and motivated. Emily took Alex's advice and started to write down her goals, ensuring they were specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Setting SMART goals gives me a clear direction. What's the next step? Second, break down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes big goals less overwhelming and helps you make steady progress. Emily began breaking down her big goal into smaller, manageable tasks, such as creating a portfolio, reaching out to galleries, and working on new pieces regularly. Breaking down my goals into smaller tasks makes them feel more achievable. What else can I do? Third, create a schedule and stick to it. Allocate specific time slots for your tasks and make sure you follow through. Consistency is key. Emily created a detailed schedule, allocating specific time slots for painting, her day job, and personal life. She found that having a schedule helped her stay organized and committed. Having a schedule keeps me on track. Do you have any other tips? Yes. Fourth, prioritize your tasks. Focus on what's most important and tackle those tasks first. This ensures you're always making progress on your most critical goals. Emily started prioritizing her tasks, highlighting the most important ones and tackling those first. This helped her make significant progress towards her dream. Prioritizing my tasks really makes a difference. Is there anything else I should know? Lastly, regularly review and adjust your goals. Life can be unpredictable, so it's important to reflect on your progress and make necessary adjustments to stay on track. Emily began regularly reviewing her goals and progress, making adjustments as needed. This helped her stay flexible and committed to her dreams. Thank you, Alex. Your advice has really helped me set clear goals and manage my time effectively. I'm glad to hear that, Emily. Remember, achieving your dreams takes time, effort, and persistence. Keep applying these techniques, and you'll get there. Mindfulness and time living in the moment. In the heart of a bustling city lived a young man named Jake. Jake was always in a rush, constantly moving from one task to the next. His mind was always preoccupied with thoughts of the past and worries about the future. Despite his busy life, he often felt unfulfilled and disconnected. One day, Jake decided to take a walk in the park to clear his mind. As he sat on a bench, he noticed an elderly man nearby, sitting quietly and observing the surroundings with a peaceful smile. Intrigued, Jake decided to strike up a conversation. Excuse me, sir. You seem so calm and content. How do you manage to stay so peaceful in such a busy world? Ah, young man, it's all about mindfulness. Living in the moment and truly appreciating the present can bring a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. Let me share some insights with you. Mr. Roberts began to share his wisdom on mindfulness and the importance of living in the moment. First, G. Practice being present. Pay attention to your surroundings, your thoughts, and your feelings without judgment. Simply observe and appreciate the moment you're in. Jake took Mr. Roberts' advice and began to practice being present. He started to notice the beauty of the trees, the sound of birds chirping, and the warmth of the sun on his skin. For the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of calm. Being present makes me feel more connected. What's the next step? Second, focus on your breath. Your breath is a powerful anchor to the present moment. Whenever you feel overwhelmed or distracted, take a few deep breaths and bring your attention back to the now. Jake started to focus on his breath whenever he felt stressed or distracted. He found that deep breathing helped him stay grounded and centered in the present moment. Focusing on my breath helps me feel more grounded. Do you have any other tips? Yes. Third, engage in mindful activities. Activities like yoga, meditation, or even mindful walking can help you cultivate mindfulness and live in the moment. Jake began to engage in mindful activities, such as yoga and mindful walking. These practices helped him cultivate a deeper sense of mindfulness and presence. Engaging in mindful activities really enhances my sense of peace. Is there anything else I should know? Lastly, let go of the need to control everything. Accept that some things are beyond your control and focus on what you can influence. This acceptance brings a sense of inner peace. Jake learned to let go of the need to control everything. He started to focus on what he could influence and accept what he couldn't. This brought him a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Your advice has truly helped me embrace mindfulness and live in the moment. I'm glad to hear that, Jake. Remember, mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. Keep practicing, and you'll continue to reap its benefits. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and found it inspiring, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts and how you manage your time in the comments below. Until next time, stay motivated and make every moment count.